I'm really delighted to say that this year at MWC we're expecting in the range of 95,000 people to attend. They will come from about 200 countries and territories, and there will be well over 2,700 exhibitors, 1,100 speakers, 260 sessions, and the ministerial program, which is hugely important to this show, will be back with almost 180 country delegations, ministers. It's the largest gathering of policymakers outside of the UN. Everybody is going to be talking about AI. We have almost 260 sessions across 18 stages. At least 50 of those will formally be about AI, but I think almost every conversation and debate we have this year will come back to or reference AI in some way, shape, or form.
Finally starts to become cold like something, right? It makes sense.
What's changed this year is I think we're seeing the beginning of a foundational platform where the AI models are actually being put onto the devices themselves. So for example, we are going to see smartphones with billions of parameters on them rather than data having to go up into the cloud. And in things like networks, the power is getting to the point where you can have things like self-healing networks or self-fault-finding networks, or even using AI to do things like save power and other things to make them more energy efficient. So it's more meaningful, but equally we should be very careful not to get carried away by the hype, because I think there's also going to be an awful lot of AI washing at Mobile World Congress. So cutting through that and finding the real story is going to be the challenge. It's really tough being a smartphone maker right now. The reality is that people are keeping their mobile phones for longer than ever. Our research at CCS Insight shows that on average in Europe, people are keeping their phones somewhere between 3.5 and 4 years. People who are buying a new phone have an expectation that they'll keep it for maybe 5 years. What that means is that people aren't buying them as much, so not as many are being sold. But don't get too concerned, because this is still a 1.2 billion unit business. It's huge, it's just not as good as it used to be. Gone are the days at Mobile World Congress where it's all about phones. In fact, you could argue the phones are somewhat of a sideshow now, apart from the fact that everybody loves a little bit of eye candy, so the phones do get a disproportionate amount of attention. But this year you're going to hear people talking about network technology. Where do we go next with the next and latest iteration of 5G, future technologies for 6G? We're going to see all sorts of other connected devices in the world. What does it mean for agriculture? What does it mean for environmental monitoring? We're going to see even things like flying cars, I'm told, are going to be at Mobile World Congress.